Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Dallas, COWBOYSFANS. Let's get to the news, so, folks, buckle up because the NFL offseason is heating up, and the Dallas Cowboys are right in the middle of it. Rumors are swirling about a blockbuster trade that could shake up the entire NFC East and seriously bolster the Cowboys' secondary. The name at the center of this chatter: L'Jarius Sneed, the cornerback currently playing for the Tennessee Titans. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Isn't Sneed more associated with the Kansas City Chiefs? Well, that's true, but recent whispers suggest that the Titans, sitting at a disappointing 3-12 and with a defense giving up nearly 28 points per game, are looking to make some moves. And Sneed, a player with a solid track record, might be on the move to Dallas as part of a strategic effort by Tennessee to free up cap space and rebuild their roster, especially on the offensive line and at wide receiver. What's really interesting here is the context. The Titans, despite their struggles, are sitting on a cap space of around $19 million, which they need to address their offensive line and WR core. But they also see an opportunity to cut costs and get a fresh start, especially since their secondary has been a weak point, losing about 8 INTs compared to previous seasons. The idea is to flip Sneed for a first-round pick, a move that could give them the cap flexibility they need to draft new talent or sign upcoming free agents. On the other hand, the Cowboys, who are sitting at a solid 10-5 record, are eyeing Sneed as a perfect addition to their secondary, which has been a bit vulnerable after some injuries. Now, let's talk about Sneed himself. Drafted in 2020, he's developed into a reliable, aggressive corner. Over his career, he's racked up about 250 tackles, 10 interceptions, and 50 pass breakups. His PFF grade has hovered around 88, 0 on average, which is pretty solid for a cornerback. In 2025, he's been particularly impressive, with 55 solo tackles, a couple of picks, and an 8-pass breakup rate. His coverage grade in 2024 was a stellar 89.5, ranking him among the top third corners in the league for coverage. When you look at his stats, what jumps out is his ability to lock down receivers, allowing only about 40 receptions on 600 snaps, with an EPA per target of -0.32 and just 4 touchdowns allowed. That's the kind of guy you want on the field when the game's on the line, especially against the top-tier quarterbacks. Let's not forget, Sneed isn't just a shutdown corner, he's also a playmaker who can generate turnovers. His 10 career interceptions and his knack for breaking up passes have made him a valuable asset. The Titans might be ceding some ground in their secondary, but Sneed's presence could be a game-changer for Dallas. As they look to elevate their defense, adding a guy like Sneed could boost their coverage efficiency by around 20%. That's huge when you consider the Cowboys' current secondary has allowed over 500 passing yards this season. With Sneed, Dallas could see a significant reduction in points allowed, potentially bringing that number down from 21 per game to around 17. Plus, he'd complement Diggs perfectly, who's been the anchor of that secondary with an 85.0 PFF grade. And here, that's where it gets even more exciting from a strategic standpoint. If the Cowboys land Sneed, it's not just about filling a need. It's about transforming their defense into a turnover-generating machine. Sneed's addition could lead to an extra 3 INTs projected for next season, which could translate into more quick scores and momentum swings, exactly what Dallas needs to push their Super Bowl aspirations forward. Their defense, already formidable, would become even more disruptive, with pressures increasing by around 11 per game, while their sacks could rise by about 13%. That kind of pressure is exactly what you need to put quarterbacks under duress, especially in high-stakes playoff games. Now, let's tie this into the bigger picture. The Cowboys are sitting at plus 800 odds to win the Super Bowl, but if they pull off a move like this, adding a player of Sneed's caliber, they could see those odds improve significantly, perhaps down to plus 450. That's a huge shift, and it speaks to how much one impactful trade can change the perception of a team's championship chances. For Sneed himself, this would be a chance to be a cornerstone in a team with Super Bowl ambitions, a real shot at making a deep playoff run, and making a mark as a top-tier corner in the league. In terms of playoff impact, Snead could be the X factor that turns the Cowboys into a true defensive powerhouse. His ability to generate turnovers, combined with their already strong pass rush, could lead to a plus 12% increase in their win probability against top quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts. That's a significant boost, especially in tight playoff games where every possession counts. The Cowboys' red zone efficiency would also see a boost, with a projected plus 15% increase in touchdowns scored inside opponents' 20-yard line. This kind of offensive and defensive synergy is what championship teams are built on, and Snead could be the piece that pushes Dallas over the edge. Now, some of you might be skeptical about the Titans' strategy here. They're not exactly contenders right now, especially with their current roster and the struggles of young quarterback Will Levis. But they see this as a long-term move, a way to reset and rebuild around draft picks and youth. Trading Snead for a first-round pick makes sense if they believe they can find a future star who can anchor their secondary for years to come. Plus, by moving on from a player like Snead, they free up cap space and can focus their resources on developing other areas of their roster. For the Cowboys, this move isn't just about adding a talented player. It's about making a statement. It shows they're serious about winning now, about pushing their Super Bowl window open wider, and about outsmarting division rivals like the Eagles and Giants by stacking their roster with proven talent. The NFC East has been highly competitive, but with a move like this, the Cowboys could establish a clear dominance, especially if Snead helps reduce big plays against them and creates more turnovers to fuel their offense. It's all about playing smart, aggressive football, something Dallas has been building towards all season long. And of course, we have to think about the bigger NFL landscape. A trade involving Snead would send ripples across the league. It's a statement of intent from the Cowboys, who are already knocking on the door of the Super Bowl with their current squad, but now looking to take that extra step. It's also a reminder that this offseason isn't just about free agency or draft picks. It's about strategic trades that can redefine team trajectories. Snead's potential addition to Dallas could be the catalyst that turns a good team into a great one, especially with the playoffs looming and every game becoming even more critical. In conclusion, this rumored trade is more than just a rumor. It's a potential game changer for the Dallas Cowboys. Adding Snead would bolster their secondary, improve their overall defense, and give them an extra edge in the postseason. It's a move that could accelerate their Super Bowl ambitions and set them up for sustained success in the coming years. Whether it happens or not, the buzz is real, and Cowboys fans should be excited about the possibilities ahead. This team is always looking for ways to get better, and a player like Snead could be the missing piece that puts them over the top. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So as we look forward to the upcoming offseason, keep your eyes peeled. The Cowboys are always active, always looking for ways to improve, and if this trade goes through, it could be one of the most impactful moves of the entire NFL offseason. The fans, the players, the front office, they're all aligned in their goal, bringing another Vince Lombardi trophy back to Dallas. And with a move like this, they're one step closer. The NFC East might be about to get even more competitive, but for Cowboys fans, that just means more excitement, more drama, and more chances to celebrate. The future looks bright, and the potential addition of Snead could be the spark that ignites another Super Bowl run. Stay tuned, because this story isn't over yet, and there's plenty more to come. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news.